Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, our amazing viewers. This is Culture Hub TV Extra, and I am your host, Presenter Dante. Today we are in Trans Nzoia, and this is the capital town of Trans Nzoia. This is Kitale town, the home or the food basket of the country. Of course, this is the town where, farmers and millers trade, As you can see, it is a chilly morning. The weather is a bit gay. Yeah, it just confirms that it is a few minutes away from raining. And I am sure some of the farmers are happy because it is the season where they try and to plant beans. They are just from harvesting maize. At least most of them are just from harvesting maize, while others are yet to harvest. But for those who have already harvested, they are, preparing to just try and plant back beans. And yes, just like I told you, this is Kitale town. You can see, today we want to tour this Kitale town. Of course, we want to see the uplift phase since Governor Natembeya came into office. We will try and contrast how it looked before he came, and then we can now attest if indeed there is some developments or there is none. So, yeah, this is the famous roundabout. You can see on your screen how it looks. I'm sure it looks amazing. And just behind me, it is a street. This is Kenyatta Street, just right behind me. The route leads to, the governor's office. At the same time, it leads to the CBD of the county. And yes, I'm sure we are all going to enjoy this video. To the critics, I'm sure you're going to have something to criticize. And for those of you, the pros, those of you who propose or who supports the works of the Governor Natembeya, I'm sure you're going to enjoy a lot. So guys, just come with me as we try and unfold the developments in this county, the amazing things. And yes, we will try and just contrast it with what Governor Kayemba did. So guys, come with me. It's going to be amazing.
If you have been to Kitale recently, you have probably noticed something different. The streets are cleaner, trees along the road look carefully placed, not just grown. Buildings are being painted in that now familiar light green. Kitale, the heart of Trans Nzoia County, is getting a makeover. And this is not by accident. Welcome to Kitale, the capital of Trans Nzoia County, a town on the rise and a key player in the Kenya's future. Kitale isn't just a town tucked away in Rift Valley, Kenya. It's a crossroads, sitting on a major highway. It connects Kenya to Uganda through Swam border and further links travelers heading up north towards Lodwar and the South Sudan corridor. Trucks, buses, traders, and tourists all pass through here. This strategic location means Kitale isn't just growing for itself, it's growing for the region. But it's not just roads and traffic that define Kitale. Trans Nzoia is home to over 40 tribes, making it one of the most diverse counties in Kenya. Luhya, Sabaot, Kikuyu, Kalenjin, Turkana, Kisii, Luo, you name it. And yet, despite the mix, it functions as one community. this multicultural blend that gives Kitale its character. Ask any Kenyan where the best maize comes from, and odds are they'll say Kitale. Trans Nzoia is known as the food basket of Kenya, and for good reason. Thousands of acres of maize farms stretch beyond the horizon. Wheat, beans, dairy. The land here is generous. Big players like Kenya Seed Company, KCC, and Calro have their roots here. From seed research to food processing, Kitale isn't just feeding itself, it's feeding the nation. But for years, the town center itself lagged behind. Then came Governor Khaemba, the builder. He laid the foundation, the referral hospital, new markets, roads, and street lighting. Big moves, long-term vision. But when Governor Natembeya came in, he added urgency. His administration hit the ground running with the mission to clean, paint, pave, and modernize the town. That signature green you see on buildings, standardized by the county to create a sense of unity and visual identity. New trees line in the street. Old ones were replaced to avoid infrastructure damage. Footpaths were paved, drainage unclogged, garbage bins installed, billboards regulated. Even landlords were asked to spruce up their buildings, and many did. The Wamalwa Kijana Teaching and Referral Hospital, once a sleeping giant, is now partially operational. Emergency services, maternity theatre, labs, CT scan. Health centers in Tuan and Matisi are being upgraded. A new Adventist Mission Hospital is already open. The goal, access to quality health care without traveling all the way to Eldoret or Nairobi. The new Kitale Railway Fresh Produce Market is changing the game for small traders. With enough space for over 1,500 traders, it's clean, organized, and safer. Masinde Mlilo Market is only nearly complete, designed to decongest the town and give hawkers dignified spaces to do business. Under the Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Projects, roads in informal areas like Mitume, Shanti, and Kipsongo are being upgraded with tarmac, street lighting, drainage, and clean water. Even the stadium is in the pipeline, a modern 20,000-seater facility that will host sports, events, and more. The county is pushing for a 24-hour economy with proper lighting, security, and infrastructure to support trade and night services. Kitale isn't perfect. There is more to do, more roads to fix, more drainage to build, more jobs to create. But here's the thing, something has shifted. From a sleepy farm town with the dusty streets to a regional hub finding its identity, Kitale is becoming the town it was always meant to be. A crossroads for East Africa, a melting pot for cultures, a food basket for the country. Kitale is rising, not just with buildings and roads, but with pride. And this, right here, is only the beginning.
Finally, guys, here we are. That has been a recap of Kitale town, of course, the town or the city of Trans Nzoia County. And yes, it is an amazing place to be. We have really enjoyed our stay here. It has been amazing. We've loved how the streets look. We have loved, the developments that we have seen. Because remember, we have a previous video on our YouTube channel, the Culture Hub TV channel, where we showcased you how Kitale town looks then. And we have just updated the video. You can now attest how it looks right now, and it has been amazing. Of course, I am your host, presenter Dante. See you on my next video. Goodbye.